You close your eyes. The kinetic tension of the day fades, and you simply expect to drift away. But in a fraction of a second, that peaceful descent is violently shattered. Your entire body convulses uncontrollably. Your breath catches sharply in your throat, and your eyes snap open to stare at the dark ceiling. Your heart is hammering against your ribs, as if you just narrowly escaped a catastrophic impact. Yet you never even left the mattress. This is not a nightmare. It is a violent, abortive physical reset executed by your own primitive brain. Look closely at a human body in the earliest stages of rest. It seems entirely passive. The physical room is completely still, bathed in low light. As the ambient light vanishes, your core body temperature begins to steadily drop. The dense skeletal muscles, which have carried the relentless weight of gravity all day long, finally begin to release their iron grip. To any outside observer, this is merely the quiet, unremarkable biological routine of a physical body yielding entirely to exhaustion. Your conscious mind begins its slow, steady dissolution into the very first stage of non-REM sleep. The harsh sensory inputs from the outside world are being methodically muted, turned down one by the brain. You assume it is a perfectly seamless, peaceful transition from a state of total waking awareness into a state of absolute quiet unconsciousness. But beneath this quiet exterior, a deeply paranoid biological surveillance system remains wide awake. What happens when the mind lets go before the physical body is ready to follow? Deep inside the base of the skull, the Reticular Activating System is standing guard. This incredibly ancient cluster of neural pathways acts as the master control room for all human consciousness. As the physical form relaxes heavily on the bed, this intricate system is actively monitoring the shutdown sequence. It meticulously tracks the lowering blood pressure, the slowing respiratory rate, and the sudden, dramatic loss of muscle tension. This is the exact moment a critical, terrifying miscommunication occurs. As you slip deeper into profound relaxation, your physical muscle tonus collapses entirely, but your delicate inner ear and sensory nerves are still highly active and alert. In this quiet neurological borderland, the rapid loss of physical tension sends a blaring signal back to the brainstem. The physical parameters match a sheer, uncontrollable freefall. Evolution simply does not have time to process logic. It does not pause to confirm the existence of a safe bed. Confronted abruptly with the sensory data of falling, the oldest, primitive centers of your brain assume terminal system failure. It believes you are dropping out of a high tree canopy, plummeting rapidly toward a lethal impact. The survival mechanism completely bypasses all conscious thoughts. The brain retaliates with absolute force. It fires a massive, uncoordinated electrical surge straight down the central nervous system. This blinding flash of pure kinetic energy forces every major skeletal muscle to violently contract at the exact same time. It is an emergency protocol designed to brace your limbs for a devastating crash and jolt you awake to react. The nervous system overrides the sleep sequence, choosing sheer survival over necessary rest. Why does a modern human carry such a drastic, hair-trigger biological response to resting? This sudden, violent spasm is an ancient evolutionary leftover. It is a biological fossil perfectly preserved within our modern anatomy. For our distant ancestors, sleeping on elevated branches or perilous rock cliffs, a sudden loss of muscle tension meant immediate death. The ones who survived were the ones possessing this hypersensitive, aggressive internal alarm system, that jolted them back to waking safety right before they fell. We have spent thousands of years engineering perfectly safe, flat, comfortable environments to rest in. Yet, our internal biology remains profoundly untrusting. We carry the exact same primal wiring as early hominids. The environment around us has completely evolved, but the internal hardware defending our life is completely stuck in the perilous landscapes of the deep past. Millions of years of survival instincts can still be triggered by a soft mattress. Think about the last time you felt the solid floor vanish beneath you in the dark. You know that exact, heart-stopping sensation. You are drifting away into comfort, entirely safe in your own home. And then suddenly, you are plummeting. The intense rush of adrenaline, the frantic grasp at the sheets, the heavy breathing in the quiet room. It is a universal human experience, a shared glitch in our collective nervous system that connects every single one of us to the absolute edge of survival. The next time your body forcefully rejects sleep, remember what just happened inside of you. Every time we close our eyes, we are trusting an ancient biological machine that is still terrified of the dark.